A very generic question, always people ask, but also a very tough question to be honest. So this will be very subjective, right? But from my own learnings and experience, what I can share is one thing: many new PMs who make a mistake, and even I have did. I am not saying that I have not done this mistake. That you try to generalize things. When I'm saying that is, you try to that this company had this playbook. This company built their growth this way. This company showed their success this way. This company is today multi-billion, multi-million dollar company. I should copy this. That how this company became uh, the most fastest profitable company. How this company showed the highest acquisition growth. Point is, each and every company has its own nuances, its own challenges, its own diaspora. You can always take inspiration. I am never saying you can't take inspiration from anyone. You should always take inspiration because learning from your own mistakes is a good thing, but the better thing is learning from someone else's mistake. So you should always take an inspiration and study how this company scaled or how this company failed. People make mistakes and you can learn from them, but you can't generalize. To summarize this, you can't replicate anyone else's playbook and say that hey, this is the success method for me. Some cases it might work out, but I will say 98% of the chances it will not give you the result. You might need to change and do certain changes as per your requirements or the product you are building upon. So when I was building 0 to 1 products, right, one of my biggest learning and failures I have seen is there's a very good book, Continuous Discovery by Teresa Toes. You all can refer to. You should identify what needs to be built. You should always discover that. Let's say if I'm on a call with you, right, and you ask me, वीरेंद्र मैं एक बैंक बना रहा हूँ, आपकी क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है? आई विल गिव यू वेरी हाई लेवल आंसर. कभी कभी मैं सोचे भी नहीं होंगे प्रॉब्लम. बोले मैं सोचूंगा सुबह की मेरे को चाय पीनी थी, ये कौन बंदा मेरे से पूछने आ गया कि मेरी क्या प्रॉब्लम है. मैं इसको अभी मेरी बैंकिंग की प्रॉब्लम्स बताऊंगा कि मेरी चाय की प्रॉब्लम है. सी अंडरस्टैंड द state in which you are and the user is, and at what point of time you're trying to identify the problem, right? So certain times in my journey at Refine also, we built products because we asked people what are the challenges you're facing. We asked employers because at Refine it was B2B2C. We asked employers what are your challenges. We asked users what are your challenges, and I used to come to conclusions very fast. Like, well, ye bana dena. But I learned it hard way. Before solving anything, before coming to the solution, you should have that conviction very strongly why you are building anything and what is the problem. I will go with what is the problem and why is it a problem. And it takes time, yeah. People learn from mistakes, and sometimes even though you have mistakes in past, over the time, even if you don't repeat it, but you get new learnings. What is the problem and why is it a problem? But if if you're building with a very strong conviction, what is the problem and why is it a problem? Chances are failure are low, right? You can always brainstorm this with peers. You can brainstorm it with other experts in the fields, the subject matter experts. But if you don't have clarity in what and why, right? लोगों को लगेगा कि मैं ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ, but yeah, this has helped me at one stage of life. I was also feeling कि लोग बस ज्ञान दे के चले जाते हैं. But when you will personally experience, you will feel what and why is very much required. Because even if you go to a subject matter expert or if you come to me or anyone else, आप लेके आओगे, आप श्रेयस जोशी के पास भी चले जाओ, जो प्रोडक्ट लीडर है, उनके पास जाके बोलोगे यार मुझे ये करना है. They will not be able to help you until you don't have what and why, and he will get their questions out of you. He is a very good product leader. बट अगर आपको वाटर मार्क क्लियर ही नहीं होगा तो वो समझ जाएंगे, बोले बंदा अभी रैंडम थॉट्स के पास मेरे पास आया है, he does not have a clarity. So try always to build 0 to 1 products with this clarity. Just not 0 to 1, yeah, 10 to 100, any scale. But what's different in 0 to 1 is the velocity. You need to achieve PMF first. I mean, you need to validate your hypothesis. Sorry. You need to validate your hypothesis. You need to check whether this is sustainable, whether this is scalable. Even I am finding a PMF. What is my definition of PMF? See, dekho, PMF is also very subjective. To address this question here itself, PMF is how you define. So let me tell you, from me, at one point of time, I had seen a Lenny's newsletter. What is PMF? And that point of time, I also thought, yeah, मेरा PMF ये है, वो है. But you should, PMF is also subjective. And you might be thinking why I'm telling so many subjective things. Everything is subject to reasoning. At what stage of company you are, how much amount of money company has, what's their goal, what's their vision, right? This affects. I'm not denying. Let's say your company wants to get acquired 4 years down the line. You want to scale and become a big, large company years down the line. What do you want to achieve, right? By building this problem, are you trying to solve the problem, or you have some other goals? Let's say this is an acquisition lever for you. Afterwards, you will do a cross-selling, upselling of other products. Until you don't have answers to these questions, at least don't get into complication of so many questions. Simply get into that. What does the company or the organization wants to achieve at that point of time? And if I achieve this from their product, is that adhering their needs? If it's yes, that should be a PM simply. That this is a product market fit for me, for my organization, not as a market. So based on that, you should think on the 0 to 1 products, because 0 to 1 products are the base. Once you have not built 0 to 1 products carefully, right? Even if you want to scale, चलो 0 to 1 चल गया, आपको PMF आ गया, because it was a big problem. You are the first mover in the market. You have the first mover advantage. Sorry, I'm having a bad throat. If you have a first mover's advantage, then in that case, ठीक है, आप आ गए, आपने बना भी दिया. But if you don't build it effectively, ये बोले कि चलो ये वॉट है, पर आपने वाई नहीं सोचा और आपने वॉट को सॉल्व कर दिया. अब होगा क्या कि चलो दैट वाज पार्टली सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम. मार्केट में कोई दूसरा मूवर भी आ सकता है, आपने मार्केट बनाया. Sometimes happens also. There are examples of this, that people have built products being the first mover advantage, and other people have taken that advantage of that because you have not built the exact product which was required, and they take the advantage of your audience. You created the category, you created the audience. Someone came that solved that problem more effectively and took away your market. So to summarize this, right, I told many things, but building 0 to 1 product, always think, always question, what is the problem? Why is it a problem? And try to inculcate the product discovery. And good reference for this is a continuous discovery book.